it's Katie Wynyard here. So make a slide adjustment. There we go. I got a really great question on Instagram recently about fitting and measuring for a cuff. So the question is, if I take the measurement on my right arm, will it only fit on my right arm? That is a great question. And a follow-up question is if it will be backwards or anything. So I wanted to address some questions that I've gotten about measuring and how to wear the wearable wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and answer them here. If you have any questions, please leave a comment so that I can address them. I love hearing from you guys. So I have a brand new cuff right here. The tag is still on it. And I'm going to use this to demonstrate some of the things that I'm talking about, because all of my cuffs are broken in to fit specifically my right arm. And yes, I could wear them on my left, but I think for demonstrating, it's going to be better to show you this way. So the first question is, if I take the measurement for my right arm, will it only fit my right arm? The way that to measure is let me back up. Your dominant arm, your dominant hand is going to be larger than your non-dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, your right arm is going to be larger than your left. So what that means is that you can wear it on your left and it'll just be a little bit looser. Conversely, if you plan on wearing it and measuring your left arm, but then want to eventually change to your right and you're still right-handed, it's going to be a little bit tighter. So number one, measure the arm that you're planning on wearing the cuff on. And two, if it is going to be your dominant arm, make sure you have that size too. So that's really important to know and to notice. My mom has a cuff and she has had multiple surgeries on her right arm. So she wears her cuff on her left hand. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So in terms of taking the measurements, again, it's not your wrist measurement. It's 3 inches up from that. So everyone's wrists can be one size, but because the cuff is so wide, you really want this forearm measurement. So I have a sizing template on my website. So if you go to thewearablewallet.com, down at the bottom, or it'll be a little pop-up, is a way for you to get a sizing template. It's something that you download, you print it out, and then you wrap that around your arm, and that's going to be your size. The other way, if you don't have access to a printer, is to just take a measurement. So again, your wrist bone, 3 inches up from there, measure around your arm, all the way around. So whether that's like a sewing tape measure you can use, or wrap around a piece of string around it, and then take that string and measure that against a ruler. So that's how to measure your arm for the wearable wallet. And also you can, try on a cuff if you happen to meet in person, which is not happening right now. So that's how to measure your arm. And again, if you're going to be wearing it on your dominant arm, that's totally fine. If you're going to wear it on your non-dominant arm, just be aware that that's going to be a different size, because that arm typically is smaller than your dominant arm. Now, in terms of wearing it, again, there's kind of no wrong way to wear the wearable wallet. Basically, the way that it's designed is that the elastic here goes towards your forearm. Okay, so most people, I have super skinny arms. They're just thin. But most people have, your wrist is one size, and then your arm is going to increase as it goes up on your forearm. So the elastic going towards your forearm is designed, hence the extra stretchy on that side. I've got one gal who wears the elastic up by her wrist, and she loves wearing it that way. So that's totally fine too. But basically the elastic goes towards your forearm. And again, I wear mine on my right hand so that when I am taking cards out, that's really awkward. There we go. Cards can slide out this way. That's how I like to wear it. Some people, and again, if you like having the elastic towards your wrist, that's fine too. It might be a little tighter against your forearm or not. And I gotta snap it. There we go. When you have a brand new cuff, it's going to be tough to snap. I'm just saying that, okay? And I'm gonna do another video about how to break in your wallet quicker. But some people like to pull their cards out this way. So that's an option too. And again, when you're going to the store, it's easier to demonstrate it this way of pulling the cards out. The only thing to keep in mind is that if you usually keep, I don't know, 4 cards here, but then you decide you just want your debit card and your driver's license, this pocket is leather as well, which means it's going to stretch. So if you normally keep like, I don't know, 6 cards in here and then you only go to 2, you might want to be careful because if you wear it like this, the cards might easily fall out. That has happened to me on one of my cuffs as well. All right, so again, going to your left arm now. And I don't normally do this, so it's going to be a little more awkward. But, oh, there we go. So again, you kind of run into the same thing on this arm. Again, the elastic is going towards my forearm because I think it's more comfortable that way. That's how I designed it. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. And then you can pull, if this is the other thing to keep in mind. If you have your cards against the flat part of your arm, that's how I've noticed it's most easiest to put on, is to have the flat part of your arm, your palm up, flat cards go against the flat part of your arm. The other way to wear it is to wear it where the cards go on top. So I'm walking around doing my grocery shopping. I go to, let me stand this way. I go to check out and it's just the top flap right here and I just pull it out for you. And then I shove it back in. I don't have to be doing twisties on my hand. Slide it back in and then I'm ready to go. So some people like wearing it with their cards on the top. That's very common. I see a lot of people doing that. If that's the case, I mean, again, it's not really backwards at that point. You've got your cards right here. It's really a preference about how you want to wear the cuff, how you like pulling your cards out. There's really no wrong way to do this. And again, if like I tend to be semi-ambidextrous, so I do things with both hands. So for me to wear the cuff on my right hand and go and pay with stuff with my left hand, that's really comfortable for me. Some people just do everything right-handed. So keeping everything on your left hand to then use your right hand to go and pay for stuff is really comfortable for them as well. If you wear the cuff like this with the cards on top, you don't have to worry about them falling out because they're already like so. That's actually really helpful to like demonstrate on the camera. I'm not gonna lie. What else? The other thing that is an option is a left-handed cuff. Now, I have made this for a couple people. It's the exact same style, essentially. I'm going to go ahead and snap this on my left hands. And so the elastic is still pointing towards my elbow. And this design here for specifically left hands, let me pull the rest of the cards out. This design with the left hands is really easy. So again, you've got your cards, you put your palm up, cards go against the flat part of your arm, and then you wear the cards underneath. Make sense? Can you kind of see that? So here it looks, because the top flap wraps over, it looks a little bit boxy versus this way where it just looks kind of like a thick bracelet. It's boxy here because that's where the cards are and the top flap wraps around the cards basically. So then to go and pay, you just do it as such. And again, I could wear this on my right arm. New cuffs always are challenging to break in. Just going to say that. Again, if I'm going to be paying for things this way with my cards on the flat part of my arm, then I have to pull them out this way, which can be awkward. Or rotate it around, have the cards, stay. Have my cards on the top. You can kind of see that little boxy thing a little bit. And I pull them out like this. Okay? So those are basically 4 different ways you can wear the wearable wallet. And again, there's no wrong way to do it. I have the way that I like. I've literally seen everyone wear it every different way. If you want your cuff to be on your left hand, but you still want to pull the cards out this way, pull the cards out up. All you have to do is send me a message, like when you order your cuff, just send me a quick message or a quick email saying, hey, can you make this left-handed? It's really no problem. It just depends on where I put the elastic. in regards to the top flap. It's super easy. There's no extra charge. All you have to do is just let me know, hey, I want a left-handed cuff. And we can make that happen. So I hope that was helpful. I don't have any questions here on the live video, but if you have any questions as you're watching the replay, please, please, please let me know, because I love answering your questions. I love hearing from you. If you don't want to make a comment on here, you can always send me a message as well. And I always read all of my comments, all of the messages. So I hope that was helpful. The next video that I will do will be to how to break in the wearable wallet. I'm planning on doing that sometime next week, and I'm really excited about that one. So have a great day, guys. I miss seeing y'all's faces. I'm really bummed that all of the events are being canceled, but I hope y'all are staying safe and sane during this time. And if you need anything, please let me know. Take care. Thanks. Bye for now.